Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go.
What's up, Eagles Nation, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Pablo, your #1 Eagles fan from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about blocks, right? I want to talk to you guys about building. I got off work today and I bought my son some new toys. Obviously, Christmas is coming, and I just said, you know what, let me just buy him some toys, man. Let me buy him something new. And it's supposed to like help with development and just, you know, helping kids build. And I was watching him build this thing up, and did a great job with it. He really had fun. And I was just watching him. He built it to the top. It was great. It was nothing wrong with it. It was fine. But it was like one piece. Where's that one piece? Right here. It was this piece right here that he just had to like put at the very top. And how he had it built, this one piece caused the whole thing to fall. I don't even remember how he built it, but this one little piece caused the whole thing to tumble. And I know you're probably like, what in the world does this have to do with the Philadelphia Eagles, right? What does it have to do with my Philadelphia Eagles, right? What I'm saying is, as the Philadelphia Eagles get closer and closer to a championship push, there's going to be a guy, there's going to be a player, a veteran player, with a big name. Maybe his name is Odell Beckham, I don't know. Maybe he has another name, but there's going to be a guy that Howie Roseman can go get. And I think this little small piece to the puzzle, I don't think the Eagles need. And the closer we get to this playoff push, guys are going to go down, guys are going to get injured. There are going to be names out there that the Eagles can take a look at. We're already taking a look at Anthony Harris. He's a former Eagle. He plays some really good football. I'm surprised Howie didn't extend him. I don't think they was able to agree on the numbers with his contract, but there are going to be guys that the Eagles can go get. And I bring this up and I show you guys the blocks because the Philadelphia Eagles have built something very, very special in Philadelphia. We really have. Howie really has. This team, those guys in that locker room, Nick Sirianni, Jeff Lurie, the fans, we all collectively together played a small role in building this franchise up. I would hate for the Eagles to add any body to this team that is not going to buy into the culture, that doesn't have a personality fit with this team. The Eagles, we run a certain way, right? We're really built differently. I think to be a part of this team, you have had to either had played with us in the past, like Anthony Harris has, know the system, you know, have done things in the community, right? You have to have some Philly upbringing to you. You just can't just come on the roster, right? And I think this team is just too delicate, man. Adding whoever this player could be to this roster just to quote unquote give us a push doesn't really make sense. I mean, we're 12-1. We're working. What we're doing is working. Our wide receivers work. AJ works. Devontae works. When Dallas Goedert returns back from injury, he works. Jalen works. The offense works. I don't think the Eagles need an Odell Beckham. And you may say, well, we added Ndamukong and Suh, we added Linval Joseph. Those guys seem to work. What's wrong with adding a guy that can help your team late? But the problem with that is the Philadelphia Eagles actually had a need at that position. We don't need Odell Beckham. We don't need anybody that's going to come on this roster and not buy into what we're already doing. Odell wants a championship. The Eagles want a championship, right? But how we get there is totally different, right? And I think this team is just we're too together. There's too much of a brotherhood to sacrifice that. I think now if A.J. Brown gets injured and Devontae Smith gets injured, it's a different story, right? Now there's a real need that, okay, you got to give Jalen Hurts some help, right? You can't go out there with Grant Calcaterra, Tyree Jackson, and Boston Scott. That's not going to work. That's a different situation. But as long as the Eagles are able to stay healthy, right, I think we should just keep the roster where it is. I don't think we should do what the Cowboys have done, even today with trying to sign T.Y. Hilton. How does that help you, right? You sign a veteran guy, right? And listen, T.Y. Hilton, he was a dog in his own right? When he's with the Colts, he was effective. He was a deep threat guy. He made plays, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it just because he's with the Cowboys. What does he have left in the tank? We're all going to see Christmas Eve, right? But you think about the timing of the signing. You're going to sign a guy 4 games left in the season, right? 4 games, right, before the playoffs. So how do you expect Dak Prescott to build camaraderie with these guys, right? How do you expect T.Y. Hilton to get in rhythm in that offense, right? So the Cowboys is just they're scrambling, trying to do something. And I think the Eagles need to do the complete opposite and just be content with what we have and trust the process. That's what we say all the time. Trust the process, trust the process. So I'm saying as a fan, I am really paying attention to the guys that Howie Roseman is bringing into this locker room, right? Even the punter, I think his name is Brett Kern or something like that. He's a former All-Pro guy, trying to replace Sipos, but he played with the Titans. Does he have some familiarity with A.J. Brown, right? It's the small things, right? So the fact that Reed Blankenship went down, how we didn't try to go get this guy, go get this name. He got somebody that knows Philadelphia. Anthony Harris was with us for about 2-3 years, right? He made plays for us. He was solid. We cannot depend on Kayvon Wallace. That's just how he's smart. He said, nah, Kayvon Wallace, you stay far, far, far away from. Kayvon Wallace at this point is really just a special teams guy. And just in a pinch kind of safety, in a pinch, like if you just, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, if you just have to get your win back, I guess we could put Kayvon Wallace out there. It's, right? But I just think with this team, we don't need this guy. This is who we are. This is who the Eagles are. We are a solid, built, well-oiled machine, right? I'm going to be paying close attention to the guys that Howie Roseman add to this roster because I guarantee you it's going to be a guy who knows what Philadelphia is all about. And I think, like Jalen says, if we keep everything the main thing, if we don't try to make it more than what it needs to be, sometimes I think in our mind, we feel like, oh, we need Odell Beckham. No, we don't. We don't need Odell Beckham. So if I'm Howie, I'm staying far away from Odell Beckham. I hear the rumors, Odell to the Eagles. But if it was me, I would just stay away. I would rely on what got us there, and that's what I will put all my chips on. So thank you guys so much. That's what today's video is about. It's just about being content and understanding that this roster is very, very, very delicate. Very, very delicate, right? What's the game where they got blocks and you got to pull something out and it's just like, it's about to fall and then you you're just like, let me not do that block. Let me go to another block. That's the Eagles, man. We're on to something special and I think it's important. It may not be the big topic of the day, but I just think it's something to keep your eye on. It's something to really understand as a fan that you don't need everything, right? Everything that glitter is a gold, guys. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, fly, Eagles fly. Peace.